The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Live from Columbus, Ohio, it's Motown Downtown!
Motown Downtown, come on down to Motown Downtown.
Today's guest, Lady Nominee.
Come on down to Motown Downtown.
My name is Tyson Bruno, and here's your host, Mo Chocolate.
Come on down to Motown Downtown.
What is up, everybody? Hello, how's it going? And welcome back to Motown Downtown, where we are here to guarantee that you will have a wonderful time and the greatest time. Yup, Rooney. Hello to everybody in chat. Thank you to the mods for giving all their friends a shout out. Hi, everyone in chat. How's it going? Okay. So, before we begin, before we introduce the next guest, I just want to say something real quick. Today is a very historic day, ladies and gentlemen, because after doing the show for well over 5 years now, for the first time ever in the history of the show, we here at Motown Downtown have officially been nominated for Best Podcast ever. We've never ever been nominated for an award show before, ever. So thank you to every single one of you that voted for us for Best Podcast. Hype in the chat, please. Wow, it is an honor. It is an honor. It really, honest to God, is. Because we've been doing this show for so long, and long story short, to everybody here at Motown Downtown, to you, we thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you all so very much. Voting begins June 16th, so get ready to vote on that day. So, with that being said, let's welcome today's very special guest, shall we? Drum roll, please. Aww. Wrong button. My next guest today is a content creator of the VTuber variety, playing some of the top tier games like Assassin's Creed, Tekken, Pokemon, and of course Kingdom Hearts. So whether you know her or not, she will always be there to welcome you with a smile. So please put your hands together for the lady, the myth, the legend, Lady Nominee!
Hello.
There she is. There she is. What's up, Nominee? How's it going, friend?
Hi, guys. It is going. Hope you all are doing well. Mo, thank you for inviting me to the show. I do appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you. So,
Really?
just a quick heads up, chat. For whatever reason, her VTuber program is making her screen kind of laggy. We tried to fix that, which is why we're a bit late, but it's fine. We'll just roll with it. We're just glad that you are here, period. Because you are our very first VTuber on the show. So, Nominee, thank you for being on the show. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. It's actually very much an honor to have to be invited to the show, Mo. I really appreciate that wonderful invite. It's a complete honor to be a part of Motown. I always watched it, and I always been a fan of it, a big fan of it.
Aw,
so.
thank you. So to anyone watching right now who has no idea who you are, tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, I go by either Nominee or Nami or Nami. It don't matter which one. Or Lady Nami. It don't really matter. I'm a variety VTuber that like for a portion of nights. I mainly am a night streamer. I'm a night owl. I'm sorry. But I play a variety of gaming such as Assassin's Creed, Pokemon, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, whatever you name it. Just horror. I don't do horror.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha,
but
gotcha.
mainly, mhm.
Go on.
Mainly I just play a whole variety of gaming. Mainly like games with my community. I just love to have a good time, friends, and being a part of everybody else. Like in else's communities. I'm also featured in a couple stream teams as well. So I do some every now and then I do some charity streams or raid train events for them. So I try to assist whenever I can. So
Awesome, awesome. Well, it's so great to have you here, Nominee. And by the way, Chad, tell me how the audio is. Is my guest too low, or am I too low, or is she too high? Am I too high? Please let me know in the comment section, in the chat, and then I'll adjust the volumes accordingly. So, Nominee, let me ask you this: growing up, were you team Nintendo, PlayStation, or Sega?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Mo. I've been actually team PlayStation since I was a kid.
Whoop whoop
Because
whoop.
I I've known it since I was like I think 6 years old. I've known it for a very long time. I have the Super Nintendo in the past because of older siblings, and also I've known more about PlayStation because relatives that bought the PS2 when it was brand new around in 2001, I believe. And then I was introduced to one of the very first games I've played a very long time, which was Kingdom. So,
Nice.
which my love for there has grew over video games. So,
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I'm glad. So growing up, what were some of your favorite video games?
besides, I do love Final Fantasy. I have Final Fantasy. I've been playing more 7 because I'll be honest with you. When I first play 7, I can't get enough of the gameplay. That's how much I enjoy it. So, I've also played some Mortal Kombat when I was around in my early preteens, teen. Yeah, I know it's a rated M mature game. Come on. But hey, I got introduced to that. I enjoyed all of the gaming franchise, like from Deception, again, and everything. And I also played some other exciting games like Simpsons Hit and Run. I have played that when I was a kid. I enjoyed it. I also
Nice.
played Tekken too in the oh, and some Dynasty Warriors and Assassin's Creed. I've enjoyed a whole portion of them. But yeah, but I think mainly my first ones I played was Kingdom Hearts and Jack and Daxter. I love those games.
Those games are incredible. So you have great taste in games for sure. So
Aw.
tell us how you what was like the big decision for you to start like streaming on Twitch? Like you really dive into these games, you love them. What was the big deciding factor that got you to start streaming on Twitch?
Well, Mo, to answer that question, well, I've seen people have been streaming for like a long time, and it was around, I would say, 2022 that I started to get to know Twitch because I had no idea that Twitch existed before then.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I've been here for a long time. But um, so I've only known YouTube. It was like, I'm guessing if there's other platforms besides YouTube. And I was like looking stuff up and I was like, oh, there's a Twitch. Okay, what is Twitch? And then I found out it was a streaming service just like YouTube, except you're actually live, not on videos. But yeah. So so I went on Twitch and I saw a couple of streamers and I'm like, wow, do really good content.
Mhm.
Like, okay, maybe I should give it a try. I've always wanted to become a game streamer. So I decided to prep my way, get started, use my console, and get on started with streaming.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you used like the PS4, PS5 to start streaming?
Yeah, I used my PS5 on the first 2, 3 streams, I believe, and then I've been starting using computer. a very laggy computer, but it did help me out quite a bit.
Gotcha. So when you were opening your Twitch, what was like the you're going with Nominate K12. What's the story behind your because every content creator has a unique story behind their username. So what's besides your love for Kingdom Hearts, like why Nominate K12? What's the K12 and stuff?
Well, of course, Nominate, of course, it's for the character of Nominate from
Yes,
Kingdom Hearts, because I love Kingdom Hearts.
like you do.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so around ex- so around that when I was deciding what name to pick out, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When I first signed to put, I was gonna put Kyrie
Kyrie.
12. Yeah, I was gonna put Nominate Kyrie 12, and then I was like, nah, it's too long. And probably, I think someone got that username and I was like, okay, let me see if I can get a unique name. So the K was short for Kyrie. So that's the initial. Well, so that's why I put the K.
Oh, I like that.
And the 12, okay, so you guys are wondering what the 12 stands for. The 12 is mainly because that was the year that little Nami here has graduated from her education.
Congrats.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So that was the main about that, but it was going to be Nominee Kyrie, but I'm like, no. I think I'm going with Nominee K12. But I've seen more people call me Nami now, so I'm like, okay, I'm going with whatever now.
Nice little short nickname. Also, Nami, we're having a bit of mic issues again, where it's like being a bit stuttery and like it like clips a bit. I think last time you just like went to a different audio source or changed it a little bit, then it fixed it. Anyway, you can do that again. Sorry, everybody. This happened off stream too. We're having little tech issues, but
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see if I can get it fixed. Let me double check. I'm so sorry,
no
guys.
worries, no worries. Technology, isn't it great? Well, maybe while we wait,
I
maybe y'all
know.
can type out questions I can ask Nominate later in the show, if y'all want to do that to kill some time.
Mm, Let me double check.
And hi to everyone who just entered. I think these are your friends who just entered.
Yes, those are
Nice.
all my friends there.
Welcome in.
CQ.
Yeah, and thank you for the
Let me
follow. Thank you very much. And hi, Jordan. Welcome in, friend.
see if I can get it
Well,
fixed.
whatever you
I'm so
did,
sorry.
whatever you did, I feel like your audio got better. I think. Talk again.
Mainly just I mainly just went to a different source or I didn't do anything.
Because I'm not hearing the lag. It's weird because when we were talking off stream, there was like hardly any, but I think we're fine now. I think knock on wood, we're fine now. So we'll just continue with the
Are you
show.
sure?
Because I'm not hearing
Okay.
any like static now for now. Knock on wood. But my next question
Oh.
was in terms of what made you decide to be a VTuber? Because like the whole like faceless streamer thing, because a lot of streamers that I've met in the past, every now and then, like the rare breed is of faceless streamers. What was like when you started streaming? Were you like I'll be faceless and stuff? Can you explain those to us the story behind that?
Sure. I can definitely explain that. So the thing with that, I was kind of tempted to do a face cam, but then again, I've always been camera shy for a long time. So, but well, I decided on not showing my faces because I was like, I don't feel comfortable revealing my face to
That's
anybody at
fine.
the moment. Like, I like to keep my appearance separate from streaming on Twitch and then IRL things. So, and plus, I don't want IRL people like if I've had people of IRL seeing me like, oh man, it's her. No, no, but I wanted to try something different. So, that's when I first decided to do static overlays. And then when I did VTubing, when I first looked up VTubing, I was like, oh man, so they don't even have to use their face at all on that matter. So that's when I decided to get started, jump on in, and as well as getting started with the whole VTubing community.
Yeah.
But I was like, don't know when to start on that note. So probably at a certain milestone. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait until I reach 1K because I feel like that is like the perfect time to make new chapter in my streaming channel, new beginnings, new changes. So I decided to roll with that punch. So
For at 1K, you'll do the VTuber thing.
yeah, after when I reached 1,000 followers, I decided to become a VTuber because I felt like that was the perfect time
Nice.
to make that change.
Nice. Well,
So
I'm proud of you because now you're like way over 1,000. So congrats on that.
yeah,
Congrats on that. And
thank
also,
you.
I forgot to say that this stream is also sponsored by DG, the water bottle that Nominee has right next to her.
Yeah, I thought I would get myself a little bottle of water there with me.
Yeah, stay hydrated, kids. Stay hydrated for real. So my next
Mhm.
question is so what is the as you start streaming on Twitch? Tell me about the one game that gave you the best streaming experience and the one game that gave you the worst streaming experience.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you on that. Best gaming experience, I think for me was Final Fantasy Rebirth.
Yes.
I fucking love that game. I couldn't get enough of it when I saw more of the gameplay, and I'm like, I can't put my controller down because that's how much I enjoyed it. I would actually spend hours and hours playing it. I think I did 8 hour streams on Rebirth.
Eight
When I
hours.
played it last year. Yeah. And I lost track of time. So that's how much I enjoyed the game. Um, and as for worst gaming experience, oh my gosh. Um, I think it was Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. Oh gosh, that game was a headache for me because
It was so difficult.
the difficulty of the game, yeah, the gameplay difficulty was so difficult, even on normal mode, that you weren't able to play the game because you kept dying so much. I kept dying a lot. I think I had like 8 deaths when I was doing normal mode.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go to beginner, and I think it was on the second chapter of the game. So yeah, it was
Man.
not really my best. So, and
Gotcha,
plus, I did not
gotcha.
like the game story.
I really enjoyed Rebirth also. That was probably the best streaming experience of last year for me. It was just wow. And the fact that we had one of the voice actors on the show is just so cool. It really is. But like, so moving on from that, so you build a community on Twitch. So what are your thoughts on your community that's watching us right now? What are your thoughts on them? And do you have any shout outs you would like to give?
Well, on that note, of course, so for my community, I feel like they've been such wonderful, wonderful friends when I've got to know them because they've been so supportive on my journey, on my streaming journey, and I really can't thank them enough for that because they've always been there on my huge majority of my streams, and as well as they've been there with even off stream, they like on Discord or anything like that. They've been so supportive. Even if there are times where I have tech issues,
Mm-hmm.
like at times in here, they'll be like, "Oh no, it's okay. We just want to see you
Aww.
or hear you." So I'm
Aww.
like, "Okay, I'm okay with that," because it kind of reminded me of last night. Because last night, oh my gosh, my latest stream was lagging badly, and all of my community were like, "Oh no, you take your time. We're just waiting for you to come in." So they're all they give out tons of love to me, and even on times like on not my like sorry, not on my best days,
Yeah.
they're always there for me. Like even like they always somehow put a big old smile on my face, even on days that I am just not in it, like not in the mood for it, and they always try to cheer me up, and I really like to thank them for that. So,
Amazing. Amazing.
for yeah, and for shout outs, shout out to Q because he's been with me for 2 years now.
Q.
So shout out to the Enforcer Q. He's been with me for a while. And to Jay, my main mod, even though he doesn't stream, but he has always been one of my amazing supporters ever. So, but yeah, to my mod team and for all of my closest friends. So, all the shout outs to them. So,
Props to y'all for keeping the chat safe. Y'all are awesome. So, switching gears here. Now I want to talk about the first topic of the show. I want to talk about Super Smash Brothers. Let's talk about the smashing of the bros, shall we? Because there's reason for that. So, I mean, Nominate, you play Smash Bros, right?
I have not because around the time I didn't have a Switch, I recently actually got a Switch.
Okay.
But I have heard it. I have heard of the game.
Gotcha. Well, I wanted to ask you, just like, what were some of your favorite character reveal trailers in Smash Bros? Besides Sora. Yeah.
You got me there.
Yeah.
You got me there, Mo. So if I had to pick, I'll be honest with you, I enjoyed the Final Fantasy VII people, of course, Sephiroth in it.
Nice.
So I did enjoy it. And Cloud, of course, I can't forget Cloud. So I enjoyed mainly more of the Final Fantasy VII people. So.
Do you have any least favorite? And by the way, shout out for Ozza the Ace. I always stop the stream when the legendary Ace enters the chat. Love you, Ozza. Shout out for Ozza.
Hi, Ozza.
But yeah, so how about some of your? Because yeah, I love Cloud and Sephiroth also, and Banjo Kazooie. Those were my top three, and of course Sora. But like, tell me some character review trailers you absolutely did not like at all.
Some character ones that I didn't like. Well, on that note, well, besides a couple of characters, I'm not too sure which other characters there are in there. I know there's like the Mario ones, and I kind of didn't like they kind of overdid it with. I mean, I did love the majority of characters, but I don't know if there's actually a specific trailer I don't like.
How about Steve?
Steve? Okay, we could go with Steve.
Everyone goes with Steve. It's just
We could go with Steve.
It's just, if you're a Minecraft fan, cool. I'm not. And the fact that I had to wake up at like 9 a.m. to watch this trailer, I turned that shit off and I went back to bed. I was so disappointed, but everyone else was excited, and that's what matters. For real.
All right, we could go with Steve.
Okay.
That's fine with me.
Gotcha.
I'm not a big fan of Minecraft.
Now, let me ask you, what was your reaction? What were you doing the day Sora was announced for Smash Bros?
Oh, man. Now to think of it, I was mainly trying to get some groceries from home, well, from the store, and then I was coming home around that time. And then I looked up on my phone, received the notifications, and then I saw it, and I was like, oh, no freaking way. I was like, no freaking way. They actually did it. They actually got it here in the game, which took years, by the way, for them to actually hear us out, you know? But I'm glad he was able to make an appearance in Smash, because that was epic. And yeah, ever since then, I was just so hyped for the game, even though I didn't have it at all, neither the console, but I was still super hyped, regardless, to have Sora in Smash, because it was freaking amazing.
It really is. That is the loudest I've ever screamed in my life on stream. God, that's like my favorite moment in gaming ever. But in regards to that, there were a lot of people having debates online, myself included, about the potential of Sora getting into the game. There was just, out of all the characters, Sora was the one character a lot of people were like, oh no, he is never getting in, and stuff like that. Why do you think it was hard for people to accept the fact that it's possible for Sora to get into the game?
Well, excuse me. First things first on that note is because the reason why I think since Sora is from a different company.
Yeah.
He is like from part of Square Enix and mainly I think it's because of Disney. Since he is in a way kind of belong to Disney. And you know how Disney they get when they try to share their stuff towards other companies. So I think it was kind of a challenge there to probably get the permission. But I think with Square Enix, it was probably no bother at all. But I think it's more like the Disney half that they didn't want it. I think they didn't want it to share him at all with probably, especially with a different sort of console brand like Nintendo. And but I think it might have they probably used some sort of strong wording to convince them, saying, "Hey, you'll be more of a hit seller if you're going to be putting Sora in a different co." And of course, that probably somehow convinced them. Of course, hey, there's profit. You can't go wrong with that.
Seriously. 100%.
Yeah.
It's so crazy to me that Disney was the one that... No, I'm sorry. Nomura was the one that was more hesitant. Disney was like, go ahead. But Nomura was... That's so crazy to me. That's a big role reversal. So my next question is, Nominee. If you could pick one character to appear in Smash Bros., no questions asked, who would it be and why?
Ooh, that is a toughie because I've seen a lot of cool characters in some of the games. So if I had to pick who on Smash, I probably would say either Aerith or Tifa. Like probably both of them. So that's a close tie because hey, if the Cloud and Sephiroth are in there, please put Tifa or please put Aerith in it. We would like to see more Final Fantasy in it.
Oh yeah, Tifa would be perfect. For real. Hell, even like Barrett or something as a gun character. I want someone else from Sonic to be in the game. It bothers me that Sonic is the only character from his game in the game. Like, give us Knuckles or Shadow or Eggman or something, man. That's what I want.
Yeah, that would have been so nice to have him in there. It would have been a really great addition to the roster, but if only they could have heard us more of what we want, though.
Yeah, and also Nominee, whatever you did earlier to fix your mic, it's perfect now. It hasn't lagged or spiked at all, so hallelujah. Tech is on our side today. So,
I'm happy.
now we're going to talk about a topic that I know you are very familiar with.
Okay.
Let's talk about Kingdom Hearts. Now we're going to talk about Kingdom Farts because, my God, there's so much we can say about this game right now. That's what brought this friendship together. So, like, Nominee, tell me how you discovered Kingdom Hearts and your very first thought when you saw it for the very first time.
Well, a long time ago, like it was around a very long time ago. Not to mention, I feel anyway. So, um, so I was at my uncle's place at that time, around a little Nami at the time, and then my uncle decided to buy a couple games to try out the PS2 because he's been a big fan of gaming for a long time, and he brought a couple games that I enjoyed, which was Jack and Daxter and Kingdom Hearts. And when I saw what got me more intrigued was Kingdom Hearts was the cover itself. The
Facts.
OG cover was beautiful, and it was so brand new and shiny. And I was like, I need to see this. And then I saw Donald, Goofy, and Mickey, and I was like, I want to try this game. It looks fun. And then all of a sudden I was turned on the game because at first I didn't know, and then they showed me the gameplay of it, and then I started playing it and I was like, wow, this is a nice game because it had different worlds to travel to. You get to know lots of Disney stuff like Aladdin or The Little Mermaid or Nightmare Before Christmas, which by the way my favorite. And also Peter Pan. And I'm like, wow, this has so much stuff. I was so intrigued with it. And ever since then I've been a big fan of it. And what got me more intrigued was that I kept seeing the commercials of Kingdom Hearts and I'm like, I need to play this game again. Because every time that commercial pops up, I gotta play it. And then ever since then, I've been knowing the exact series of Kingdom Hearts. So for over 20 years now.
20
Oh, and
years.
I've enjoyed every bit of it.
It's
a long time.
I saw it on TV as well, and 15-year-old me was like, this is stupid, so I didn't play it. But it wasn't until I played Kingdom Hearts 2 that I became a fan. That's when I just became a diehard fan. I loved it. So, Nominee, do you have any favorite and least favorite games in the series?
Okay. So favorite, of course. I think to me, my most favorite is Kingdom Hearts 2. I enjoy that one a
Nice,
lot
nice, nice.
because I love the game mechanics as well as I would say as long like yeah, the game mechanics, the story itself, how you get to travel the worlds twice, making the gameplay a lot longer, which I enjoy having longer games. And because, of course, it's the story's world, the world story itself, and then, of course, the main story, Organization 13. By the way, no spoilers. Sorry. Anyway,
Yeah,
oh, on that note, but I enjoyed that sort of gameplay and the drive form. I love the drive form system, how they introduced it,
facts.
when you can change from different forms, like from having two keyblades. Oh my gosh, I enjoyed it. And if you get to glide around with that final form mix, oh my gosh, it was just so nice. And I could spend hours and replaying that game again because I just love it so much. And as for my least favorite, okay. Um, okay, I'm sorry, guys. If you guys are a fan of this one, I'm so sorry. But Chain of Memories, I'm not a big fan of it.
Me
I love the
too. I
story,
don't like it either. I don't like it either. My least favorite game. And yes, it's because I suck at the gameplay, okay? I have no problem admitting that. But go on.
I don't like it because yeah, the gameplay itself, the card system, I'm not a big fan of it. The game can be really tricky if you don't have the right cards. So you got to set up the right cards in that note. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did use some parts in there. But then again, the story, the cutscenes, when I did Chain of Memories, it was very nice. I've never played the original Chain of Memories before because I never had the portable devices for it. But the story, the cutscenes are really good. I love to get to know more about the story itself before Kingdom Hearts 2 because I had no idea when I played Kingdom Hearts 2. I was like, who are these people? I don't even know who they are. But but I'm glad I was able to see more of Chain of Memories, even though I just like the gameplay so much with the card system and figuring out. And yes, I actually had to use my head to figure out the proper cards to play this game. So yeah, I agree with you, Mo. I didn't like the gameplay at all on that.
I mean, I give them
That's
props
my
for doing something different, something new. I give them props for that. But nah, there's a reason why that gameplay never came back for real. Now, my next question is what was that long wait for Kingdom Hearts 3 like for you? 13 long years. For me, it was torture. What was that long period of waiting for KH3 like for you?
Um, it was a long torture, like the same as you, Mo. It was just plain freaking torture because I didn't like it at all because that we had to wait a very long time just to receive some news about the Kingdom
Yeah.
Hearts 3 game, like everything, and they kept teasing us and teasing us with images, trailers. So I was like, please just take the game out, release the game out already. We need to play it. Come on. So I was like, okay, how much longer until the game? And I thought, okay, maybe the next 2 or 3 years. Nope. Maybe another year or two. Nope. Nothing. And like, hey, when is this freaking game coming out? So yeah, it was just plain torture. It felt like an eternity, I'll be honest, just to wait on the game for it to come out though. Not
Okay.
fun though. Not fun.
I believe that. It really was. That's something, and thank you, Jordan. That's something I'm not going to like ever experience ever again. Just that level of waiting that long for one game, seriously. Now, what was, when you played Kingdom Hearts 3 for the first time, what was that moment like for you? Like, I went to the midnight launch, you know what I'm saying? And I went home and I popped the game in and I was looking at the title screen for a good 10 minutes, crying and stuff. What was playing the game for the first time like for you?
To me, it felt great. Like I couldn't even believe it. I even had to ask a few of few friends of mine, please pinch me. I must be dreaming to say that this game actually came out. So no, but it was real. It was real because I actually had my controller in hand and actually playing the game up and close. And like I still can't believe it. I just felt it was a wonderful experience playing the game for the first time. What though there were some things I really didn't like, but well, the one sad note was because they didn't have much Final Fantasy until the DLC came in. So at least they did a little bit of it on the DLC.
Yeah.
But other than that, I just felt the game was pretty good. I love the mechanics itself. The graphics are just wonderful,
Top
and
tier,
it was
yeah.
all worth the wait. It was all worth the wait. I just felt like playing that game for the very first time, seeing all those worlds, all those graphics, just left me stunned, but in a very good way.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. So when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, now I did like it. I loved it. I had a lot of issues with the game, yes. It wasn't perfect, but the whole experience overall, I loved it. But unfortunately, this game split the community in half. Some people, like me, they liked it, they enjoyed it, and the others hated it. So, my question for you is, why do you think the game split the community? Why do you think, like, saying you love Kingdom Hearts 3 gets you attacked now online for some reason? Why do you think that?
Probably the reason they think of it that way because they probably didn't like much of what that game has.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe to them they were missing a couple few key features in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did make that little pun. um,
Mm-hmm.
so on that note, I just felt like they were probably all thinking, oh, this doesn't have this like the other older Kingdom Hearts games. So maybe that's why they're argue with it because they probably felt like some parts of the gameplay, some parts of the story were missing. And they probably might have felt maybe it's just they felt it too rushed, or maybe they weren't doing that well enough to develop the game, maybe. So I just feel like maybe because since they preferred more, they got used to more of the other how the older Kingdom Hearts games were played and how well the mechanics had they were having at the time and having different sort of I would say a different sort of like experience in Kingdom Hearts 3 that probably might have affected them and so
Okay.
therefore divided them. That's
Okay.
so
Yeah, because with the DLC Remind, it literally fixed all of my issues with the game. Every single problem I had with KH3, Remind fixed. So it brought a lot of people back for real. So,
yeah, they yeah.
but like speaking of Kingdom Hearts, and what would you say, Nominee, is your favorite moment in all of Kingdom Hearts, from Kingdom Hearts 1 all the way to Melody of Memory?
Like all of my favorite moments of it.
Your number one
Mm,
favorite moment in all of Kingdom Hearts.
okay. Um, favorite moment was when, okay, I feel like this is a touching moment for me, but my favorite favorite moment was when Kyrie and Sora reunited in Kingdom Hearts. Well, I would say this. If I had to say it on this way, I felt like me, I think it was Kingdom Hearts 2 when
Mm-hmm.
Riku and Kyrie and Sora got all reunited after they've been
Nice.
divided for so long.
Yeah,
So,
that is a great
so
moment.
I just, mm-hmm.
It really is. But like for me, I mean, Aqua coming back to the realm of light, and Terra being reunited with Aqua and Ven, and Axel and Shion and Roxas being nominated. Just so many great moments. But honestly, Roxas coming back in Kingdom Hearts 3, that is my favorite moment. The music, the everything is just perfect. And even people who hate Kingdom Hearts 3 love that moment. It's just that good. It really is, right?
Yeah, I enjoyed seeing Roxas back in Kingdom Hearts 3. I was like, what? It's
I was
Roxas
screaming.
for crying out
I was
loud.
screaming for sure. Yeah. So nominate. Now, speaking of moving on to another Kingdom Hearts game, nominate. When the fuck is Kingdom Hearts 4 coming out?
To answer your question on that occasion, though, even I'm wondering when it's gonna come out. But it's when is the last time Kingdom Hearts 3 came out? 2019.
Yeah.
What? 6 years later. So I'm wondering maybe if they're gonna do like the whole 13 years organization 13 gap and 7 pure hearts of light. I was thinking maybe, hopefully, maybe next year, maybe, but I'm probably thinking my hopes a little too high on that note. So I will probably give it another 3 to 5 years.
Gotcha. Honestly, next year would be awesome because let's say it does come out in 2026, then FF7 remake part 3 can come out in 2027, which I believe is the 30-year anniversary of FF7, I think. So that would make sense, right?
Yeah, that would make perfect sense. Oh
Yeah.
man, if they have those two come in, oh my gosh,
Back to back,
I wouldn't
yeah.
even put my controller down.
We,
I
we,
wouldn't
we,
even
we
put my
would
controller
never
down.
leave our homes, pretty much. Never. So,
Exactly.
Speaking of Kingdom Hearts 4, what do you think of the Kingdom Hearts 4 screenshots?
Oh my gosh, when I saw it, when I first saw them, I think it was on social media. When I first saw the images, I was in full shock. I was like, no freaking way that they would have all those cool images of the game coming. And I was like, they're actually developing the game. I'm actually happy they were doing that. And I'm like, please show us more. Give us a trailer for crying out loud. That's how excited I was when I first saw the images of it.
Yeah, it's like Kingdom Hearts is the only community that gets excited over seeing a phone, pretty much. I'm like, oh, look, a rotary phone. What does this mean? All of these video essays explaining what the phone means. It's pretty hilarious. Now,
Oh
Nominate,
yeah.
what are some of the Disney worlds you would love to see in Kingdom Hearts 4?
Ooh, I can picture a few of them. I would probably like I'm gonna say this. So a few of them, if I had to see, probably some Wreck-It Ralph. I would love to see a little
Nice.
bit of a video game and some Treasure Planet. I would actually like some Treasure Planet.
Everybody wants Treasure Planet, like, so do I. Every guest I've had on the
Yeah.
show, all of them agreed, Treasure Planet. I love that movie, so it'd be amazing to see it in Kingdom Hearts 4.
Oh yeah. It would have been so great if they could add that in there. And please, hopefully they would hear our prayers and say, please add some Treasure Planet in there. That'll be really awesome.
That would be
I mean,
amazing.
that'd been so great.
And
I think mainly it's just those top two.
okay. So, what is one Final Fantasy character that hasn't appeared in Kingdom Hearts that you would love to see appear in a future Kingdom Hearts game?
Ooh, oh man, I love to see Clive in there.
Oh
Clive
my,
would be
yes.
fine in Kingdom Hearts. Please, if they could add some Clive in Kingdom Hearts, I would be okay with it.
I want to see Barrett, bro. Like, where is Barrett? In Kingdom Hearts 2, when all the FF characters are fighting, I'm like, where's Barrett? Give us Barrett,
I
please.
know. He would be a very valuable asset in the game, to be
I love
honest.
Barrett. I would love to
Adding
see him in the game.
Yeah, he's
And
great.
who else? I feel like there's more. I mean, it'd be cool to see Noctis or or what's his name? The guy, the main character in FF10. What's his name again?
I think it's Titus
Titus. Yeah, him. Yeah,
or
him.
Titus.
Him doing that famous laugh in Kingdom Hearts would be incredible. But there's a reason
Oh
why
yeah.
the Vincent Valentine, yes, that'd be amazing, yes. But speaking of Final Fantasy, now we're gonna shift gears into Final Fantasy. So, Nominate, since you mentioned Rebirth, how was your entire FF7 and FF7 Rebirth? How were both experiences?
So for remake and rebirth, right?
Yeah.
Just making sure. I felt like they were really I felt like in my opinion both of them were such a wonderful experience because I loved how well the remake I loved how they tried to make it as much as the OG 7
Yeah.
as much as possible, try to keep the storyline in there and intact, and I love the fact how they made some adjustments, some modifications that just to spice up a little bit of the story itself as well. And as what I liked it about it was that they had the I would say the battle play, the gameplay. I felt like it was very nice in my opinion, but and as well as the mini games. Okay, so I'm gonna say this for Rebirth. What I thought was a double plus on that note was an extra feature was they added in those extra uh mini games such as I think Queen's Blood and oh my gosh when I played it I couldn't stop playing Queen's Blood in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and and as well as the piano mini game I enjoyed playing that as well when I would sometimes would play the game itself but I would say the story itself of both games were amazing. But if I had to choose between one of those two, I would say Final Fantasy VII Rebirth really caught more of my eye.
It is so good.
But it's just so nice.
Now, what do you think Part 3 will be called? I think FF7 Return will be what Part 3 is called.
I was thinking actually the same, to be honest, because
No
I was
way.
like, what is there? Yeah, I was actually thinking the same. I was like, maybe it's the return because you never know what could happen with Aerith and Cloud because Aerith could return in part three. You might never know.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's about Cloud going through a mental block and he needs to return back to the real world with his friends and to get back into how he is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've heard some people say Requiem also. FF7 Requiem, or that sounds pretty fancy. But honestly, I feel like Return just hits so well.
It really does. I feel like it just best matches the title of it and the purpose of the game, so and the story itself. So I feel like that should have been much more suited for it, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, whenever that comes out, day one by for real. So you mentioned Clive and stuff. How was your FF16 experience? Your experience. You're blushing already. Wow.
The, let's just say with 16, it was really great. It was really great. I loved how they had the counter mechanic there. Like when you get attacked, you can provide a good counter
Yeah.
against your enemies. The story, I just felt it was just so nice. Getting to know each of the characters itself, the extra exploration, that was a definite plus. And of course, how they had the little furry companion Torgo. Can't forget about Torgo.
Best boy.
hmm And the cutscenes, I enjoyed it so much. Like I didn't even know. Like there are times when I used to stream the game. There are even times I even forget that I'm actually streaming. I'm like, oh crud, I forgot I'm streaming because that's how much I like enjoyed the gameplay of it. Because looking in back into it, yes, and even with the Clive and Jill spicy moments,
Spicy
I just
moments.
felt that game it felt so super spicy, and I loved it.
You know you're not alone. You know you're not alone. Pretty much.
Nope, you're not alone.
For real.
Exactly.
Now, as far as Final Fantasy 17 goes, do you want it to go back to turn-based or like action combat like 16 and 7 remake was?
I think just action combat, like with 16 Rebirth, I just felt like it was much easier to handle the gameplay, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm used to that too. And take care, Jordan Tate. Thanks thanks for coming by, buddy. Can we get a shout out for PM Jordan, please? Thank you, PM Jordan, please. Thank you very much. But yeah, it's like I like turn-based, but if I had to pick, yeah, well, I would prefer that too. So I have two questions left for you, Nominee. So like,
Okay.
what games have you been playing as of late, and what are some of the games that you are the most excited for this year?
Ooh, okay. Now to think on that note. I'm currently playing okay, so I'm currently playing Pokemon Violet for the very first time, and I'm enjoying the gameplay so far. And so far I think I got like four badges, I think. Four
Okay.
gym badges. And I'm enjoying it. It's a different experience because the last time I played a Pokemon game was when back in its Game Boy days. Game Boy Advance days.
Mm-hmm.
So and the thing is though, all Pokemons are new to me, so I've only known until Generation 3.
Okay.
So I'm still getting to know more about the game. So I'm currently doing that on Tuesdays and Friday streams for Pokemon Violet. Um Thursday, I actually just finished Assassin's Creed Revelations last week. So next week though, I'm actually going to start a new game of Final Fantasy X. So I'm actually gonna get started on that game next Thursday. So I'm
Nice.
excited because I love Final Fantasy X. I really do love it. So that's going to be what sort of games that I'll be playing down the road. But hopefully maybe with if I finish Pokemon Violet soon, I will do another Kingdom Hearts default equipment challenge run. I
Wow.
did one last year. Certainly did bite me in the rear though. But yeah, it was quite a challenge. So I'm ready for another challenge. So I'm okay and up on the head and going for it. Um, games I'm looking forward to next this year, I would say. Well, I did saw this game called Ninja Gaiden 4.
Yeah.
It's at the end of the year, but I really want to play it. So I'm hoping I can go ahead and play it at the end of the year at that point. So that
Okay.
would have been super, super.
Okay, yeah, for me, I'm excited for like Death Stranding 2. I'm excited to play Expedition 33 and Ghost of Yotai, and I think there's something else, but that's coming to mind. But yeah, this year is very stacked when it comes to games. Have you seen Expedition 33? Like, do you plan on playing that at some point?
I haven't seen much of it, but
Okay,
I
it's
haven't
been
seen much of
everywhere.
it. But it looks, yeah, but it looks interesting though. I've seen a little bit of it, but not so much.
Nice. If people are calling
But
it
I might,
Game of the Year already, is that good? I like that.
well, might have to check it out more into it sometime.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So my last question, Nominee, is since a lot of your viewers are watching us right now, what is some of the upcoming content that they can look forward to from you?
Ooh, I would say to get ready for some upcoming Final Fantasy games, upcoming Kingdom Hearts games, well, challenger runs, and as well as was thinking of playing some GTA maybe later on. I was thinking
Wow.
about doing that. So yeah, and also different new games. I would say some other cozy games. I would say like Palia. I really want to try that game. I've heard a lot of like from some of my streamer friends are like, "Hey, you should play this game." So I'll probably give it a try. Um, I might try some more Switch games. Like, I do want to try out some other Pokemon games. I really want to try some Legend of Zelda games. So hopefully I can
Nice.
do those later on the year. So because I heard To the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom were really good. So
So
I might
good.
have to try it out sometime. Yeah. So
Okay.
I definitely need to try.
Okay,
Hmm.
okay. Glad to hear that. Well, now we are gonna wrap things up with the fan favorite section of the show. Say it with me, it's called Top 10 Questions on Motown Downtown.
Top 10 questions. Hey, you got the questions? Top 10 questions. I got the answers. Top 10, top 10, top 10 questions. Better get your answers ready.
Where I will ask my guests 10 questions courtesy of Inside the Actor's Studio. So, Nominee, are you ready?
Oh man, I was born ready.
I love that answer. Okay, first question is what is your favorite word?
Favorite word. I would say I swear. I freaking swear.
I swear. That's your favorite word? I swear?
Oh, swear. Mhm.
Swear is your favorite word.
Yeah, swear is my favorite word.
Cool. That's a unique word. I like that. So what is your least favorite word?
Whatever.
Whatever? I like that. All right, Nominee, what makes you happy?
Being with my community and gaming.
Aw. What makes you upset?
Let's say very, very difficult gaming.
When game is hard, gotcha. Now, what sound or noise do you love?
Ooh. I love to hear some coffee grinding. I don't know why, but I do.
Hilarious. Now, what sound or noise do you hate?
Oof. Something scratching on a marker board or chalkboard.
Okay, Nominee K12, what is your favorite curse word?
Can it be English and Spanish?
Sure.
Like one of those two. Okay, English, I would say shit. Spanish, mierda.
That is, so you are bilingual, huh?
Yes.
Sí, muy bueno. That's all I know. So, what profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Other profession. What do you mean by that?
Just like any other thing you would like to do besides streaming.
Oh, I love cooking and baking. Any of that.
Okay. So what profession would you not like to attempt?
I would say I'm gonna do with probably something I don't like. I would say anything that involves doing some outdoor things. I don't like doing outdoor things.
Gotcha. Indoor person. I like that. So, for the last question is, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Ooh, I would say, welcome home, Nami.
One more round of applause, please, for our illustrious guest, Nominee K12. Thank you again for coming out tonight, friend. This was a lot of fun. Even though we had a little hiccup at the beginning, we fixed it, and we kept going, and now we're bigger and better than ever. Thank you again for coming out. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. It's an honor to be here, Mo. Thank you. And thank you guys in chat. I appreciate you guys being here as well.
So supportive in the chat today. I love to see it. So I'm going to look for a friend to raid. So how about some parting words for the audience?
Ooh, parting words. Okay. Thank you guys, and I hope you guys keep enjoying Mo's show. Excellent friend, amazing content creator.
Okay, I think we are gonna go raid my friend Tide Pool of Dreams. It's her birthday today, so let's all go say happy birthday to her. Pool of Dreams. There we go. There we go, guys. Yeah, it's her birthday today. Go into her chat and spam happy birthday. That's all you have to say. So, Nominee, when is the next time you will be live?
Oh, probably in an hour or two.
An hour or two? Okay. Well, you guys will see more of Nominee tonight. You love to see it. And thank you guys again for nominating Motown Downtown for Best Podcast. Thank you guys so much. I will let y'all know when voting is allowed so everybody can vote. So one more time, we're gonna go say hi to Tide Pool of Dreams, say happy birthday, say hi to Nominee later tonight for me, and I'll see you guys on Monday for more Persona 3 Reload. So have a fantastic weekend. Love you, Nominee. Love you guys for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.